Do stick around because we haven't shown you everything yet. It's all still coming. If you are brand new, make sure you're looking at those club details. We will be back with you in 1 minute. See you soon. Hello everybody, good morning to all our regulars, but now it's very good morning to all of you there at the craft store, where you can watch us obviously on Facebook, but we've also got lots of people watching on YouTube and via the U Garden website. Welcome to U Garden. This is our wonderful potting shed. I am Bex. This is Adam. He's an award-winning gardener. He's here to share all of his knowledge with you, with me, with everybody. So it's lovely to have your company.
I'm glad to be here, Bex. Good to be with you as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very thank you. If you were watching us on Thursday, then I do need to tell you we've got brand new items to show you today. So things that we didn't bring you on Thursday. So we'll be going through all of those things. Couple of things to let you all know. There's an offer code that you can see on the screen right now. Down the bottom there it says YGTV 1125. That's the offer code. That's how you get all the savings. So when you place your order, you put that into the little box on the website that says, do you have an offer code? And that is going to take all of the savings off. But you also get free postage here as well. That is going to access the free postage. So every single item that you see here in the potting shed, you can order with free postage. So when you see something you like, place your order. You can then come back in 20 minutes time and place another order, because there's no downside to you. There is no postage to pay at all. We do have a club as well for you to join. It costs you £10 just to join the club. That lasts you for 12 months. It's on auto renewal. You can cancel that at any point. But what that club gives you is an extra 15% discount off everything you see. So we've already got discounts, and then you can take another 15% off by joining the club. You soon make your money back from that £10 by shopping with us here. So for example, if you're just buying premium professional compost, maybe you bought this before, maybe you bought it when we were on Ideal World, it's exactly the same stuff. You know how good this is if you've bought this before. That, look at the price saving here, £24.98 down to £21.23, and that is just by being a club member. So you only need 3 or 4 orders of your compost and you've instantly made your £10 back. You get £20 worth of vouchers. You also get a couple of free postage vouchers as well. So lots of reasons to join the club. We're going to go through all of these details with you and let you know any more information. If you'd like to place an order, go to ugarden.com. The details, everything you need is on the screen there, but down the bottom you've got the email address. We've also got that telephone number, so you can speak to somebody and place your order up until 4 o'clock today. The important thing to remember is we've got savings, we've got discount club, and we've got free postage on absolutely everything that we bring you in the potting shed, okay? If you've got any questions, ask. YouTube, Facebook, email address ygtv@ugarden.com. More than happy to answer any of your questions, so don't be shy, join in the chat. Let's go over and start, shall we? We want to start talking about beautiful plants. We've got gardening for everyone, we've got savings, we've got plug plants, we've got summer bedding, we've got established plants, we've got standards, we've got shrubs, we've got bare roots. We have genuinely got something for absolutely everybody's garden, no matter the size, no matter your ability, and no matter what kind of budget you've got. You know, if you've only got a little bit to spend, we've got that as well. If you've got loads of money to spend, we've got loads of things for you too. Let's start off with our begonia apricot fiery shades. We are getting 12 plug plants in here, and it's a customer favourite, isn't it, Adam?
It is, yeah. And you look at these plant specs, I mean, these are stunning. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous plant here. And some of them have these kind of reddish coloured leaves, some have sort of greenish coloured leaves, but look underneath. Even the leaves are beautiful underneath. You could grow these just for the leaves, to be honest, like you would coleus, for example. But I tell you what, they give a lot more than that. What these give you is months and months and months of spectacular bloom. in gorgeous, gorgeous shades. Oranges, reds, yellows, creams, salmons, peaches, a lovely, lovely range of colours. They self-deadhead themselves, you don't even need to deadhead them. They say flower for a long, long period of time. They look amazing in hanging baskets, in pots, troughs, window boxes. And if you've never grown a hanging basket before, you've never planted a hanging basket before and you're a little bit nervous about doing it, go for these. Try these first time because you're guaranteed to get a fantastic display from these. Whether it's a hot, dry summer, a wet, windy summer, these will perform. Just keep them watered, liquid feed with our Blooming Fast, and you'll get amazing results.
You definitely will for such a long time. Now that is under £1 each as a club member. £11.04 is the club member price. This is why we're going to be encouraging everybody to join the club. You get free postage when you use that code on screen, YGTV 1125. Everything on this show has free postage. When you go to yougarden.com, you can shop ahead, click on the Live Now button, or go to that YouGarden TV bit there. Look, you can scroll down. This is where you can watch the live shows, but also this is where you can see everything that we have selected for the show. Everything that you can see on this page has free shipping. Heavy duty pots. This is the only way to get free shipping on the heavy duty pots. We've got petunias in there. The Cape Daisy Osteospermum. I think those were one of the most popular items on Thursday. The French marigolds. Those are new for us today. We've got roses. That Deutzia is lovely as well. The Million Stars. That's beautiful. The hellebores. We've got the mini standards. The strawberries. Everybody needs to try strawberries. They're really easy. You can grow those in a small space as well. The forever favourites. Yeah, Nandina Firepower, the Fatsia Spider's Web. We've got that lovely Girl Next Door Peony, our amazing value pack of 300 summer flowering bulbs. Everything that you saw on that page has free shipping. And you've got loads of different savings included on those as well. We'll highlight those as we go through them. You must use the code, though, when you place your order, YGTV 1125. Now, if you want to see anything again, or maybe you've seen something on there that we haven't shown, put it in the chat. We haven't got everything in the potting shed, but it's all just outside the door, so we can go and grab it. Stu can bring it in for us if we need you to. So do, just let us know in the comment, on the email addresses on the screen at the moment. Also, send us your pictures. We'd love to show what's happening in your garden. We've shown Ali G's already. I did say we've got some emails, I think, from, I think it was Grimmy, and I think it's Neil as well. So bear with us. We'll show those pictures too. Stu is laughing in my ear. What's happening, Stu? Verna's done a typo and it's hilarious. Oh, my Caribbean lollies are all back. These are the Caribbean lily bulbs. We like Caribbean lollies. Why not?
I did a massive typo in a quote once, and I meant to put cost of plants included, and I put cost of pants included.
Did the customer see it? Did they?
I think they just made a little sort of laughy comment about it.
Included.
Yeah, I missed out the L.
Oh, well, never mind. All right, let's move on then, shall we? We do have some fruits. We have some grow your own gardening for everyone here, and this is the Cambridge favourite. We're going to get 10 runners here. Cambridge favourite do have a really good flavour to them, don't they?
They do. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When you look at the runners, you're not very inspired. But I tell you what, when you eat the fruit, you will be inspired, because these are a sumptuous, delicious, gorgeous species or a variety of strawberry. These are what I call your classic Wimbledon kind of strawberries. They're sweet, they're delicious, they're sumptuous, and these are what you get. These are what's known as runners, strawberry runners. And it might be a bit counterintuitive to you to be seeing plants with their roots out the ground, not in a pot, not in compost, but these are still dormant, and all you've got to do, you just plant them just to above where the roots start to, sort of come out the base of the plant.
About there.
Where Bex is showing you there. Put them in a nice open sunny position in a soil that's got some nice organic material incorporated into it. So you could put a bag of our compost, dig that in first, plant these runners. These will get established and these will fruit for you this year. They're beautiful, lovely little white flowers. You can see they're gorgeous little flowers. The bees will come along. The flowers will get pollinated, and in June, for about 4 or 5 weeks, you get these delicious, really sweet, sumptuous strawberries. And they're the easiest thing in the world to grow. They really are.
They really are. I've grown those for years. Love growing strawberries. Now, if you are not a club member, those are £1 each, which is fantastic value for money, and there's no postage included. But if you are a club member, those are 85p each with no postage as well. How do you access that? Well, you join the club first of all, but you also use the code when you place your order, YGTV1125. That gives you your free postage. That makes that postage completely disappear. So if you just want strawberry runners right now, just come in and place your order. Go to yougarden.com or use the phone line and tell the operator that you've got a code to use.
Could you use a voucher as well?
320024 is the item number. Yeah, you get your vouchers included in your club, so you could use your vouchers to get even more discount off those. Your vouchers.
Your vouchers, use your
Let's
vouchers.
use the vouchers. Right, let's move on, shall we? We've got the skyscrapers, and if you used to watch us in our previous home on Ideal World, this is an absolute classic. It's a one that people just flock to. You may already have some of these. Maybe you want to add some more into your garden. You're getting 15 in here.
You are, and this is exactly what I planted yesterday. John and I, we've got a new bit of garden that we bought, and it's really nice and sunny. And sort of at the back of it is our neighbour's garage wall, which is really sunny and warm. And I planted 15 of these skyscraper lilies along that base of that wall yesterday, and they're going to absolutely thrive there. And the reason I planted them there is because I don't want to see the garage wall. What I want to see foliage, and I want to see colour, and I'm going to see these. And these beauties, well, these are going to be knockout. These are going to look spectacular against that wall because...
Yeah, do you know, I think I'm going to get some more of these. I grew them last year, but I think you're right. I've got a back wall, you know, it's just a wall.
It's just a
wall.
wall.
Why not put a bunch of these in pots up against that sunny wall?
Because these can get up to 2 metres tall. Which
That's
for a
big,
lily,
isn't it?
that is crazy. That is insane. So 2 metres tall, you can get 15 to 20 flowers per plant in these amazing range of colours, and you're going to get fragrance as well.
Yeah.
You know, these are lilies like you've never seen lilies before. So if you wanted to, you can plant them in beds and borders, plant them in the middle to the back of the beds and borders, and they do quite like having their bulbs in the ground in a cool kind of position. Cool and moist, but they're very happy having their flower heads up in the sun. So they're brilliant for planting in between other perennials where they'll grow up through and flower above. And you've got your varieties there. Your Salotero, your Amarussi, your, would you say that? Manissa, Rabina and Matisse.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful varieties there.
You're going to get 3 of each of those, so 15 in total. It's just going to be the most amazing display. Excuse me, just £14.41 if you are in the club. Use your offer code YGTV1125 to get that discount, but also to get your free postage. That is the benefits of shopping directly with us here at YGTV.
And I'll tell you what struck me about them, Becks, in particular the bulbs I planted them yesterday, the size and the quality of the bulbs as well. You know, I was putting those bulbs in, they've already got really lovely big shoots on top of them, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get flowers on these this year. Year 1, I'm going to get flowers, which is fantastic. But then, of course, year on year, they'll get taller and they'll get more, and I'm going to mess this word up, floriferous. I didn't, I managed, I got it.
Floriferous! Yes, mine are going to be much bigger this year because I planted them for the first time last year. Got to about here. I want them up here this year.
They will be.
I'll do some pictures at some point. Right, let's move on then, shall we? Those are beautiful. Remember, you've got free postage on everything here in the potting shed as long as you use that code YGTV1125. We're moving on to our hardy gardenia collection now. 3 different varieties included in here. There's Climbs Hardy, Crown Jewel, and you've got Pinwheel.
We have, and at the risk of sounding like a broken record, I've got these as well. I've got a pot of just, they're not the mixed ones.
These.
Yeah, they're not the mixed collection like you're seeing here. I've just got 3 of the Climbs Hardy, but yeah, these are stunning. These are hardy gardenias. These come with a lifetime guarantee, so that means if they ever fail, we replace them for you free of charge. You've got 3 varieties. They're all evergreen. They've all got the most amazing fragrance, but they've got slightly different flower shapes. That's the only difference between them, but they're all these beautiful white waxy flowers that will pump out fragrance. Great for pots and containers, great for putting in the beds and borders. All you need is to grow them in acid soil, or if you're going to grow them in a pot, use ericaceous compost. That's what you need to grow them in, because they do like that acid soil.
Yeah.
But they're easy to grow. As I say, they're evergreen, so they look good all the year through, and they are going to give you those beautiful, stunning white flowers and incredible, gorgeous, heady fragrance.
Yeah, a fragrance that's used in perfume because it's so good. 511452 is the item number there. You're going to get all 3 of those 9cm pots. Really beautiful plants, and it's £16.97 as the discount club price here. And remember the code so that you get your discount, but you also get your free postage as well. We've got loads of people chatting. If you want to talk to us, you can do. If you're watching on YouTube, join the chat there. On Facebook, join the chat there. And do send us any emails as well. So Caroline ordered her osteospermum on Thursday as well and got them yesterday. So delivery is really quick at the moment. Olwyn, I know you're waiting for your strawberries to be delivered, so hopefully they'll be with you soon. Kyle asked a question. He said, I noticed in the picture that just shown that the strolch was going right up the plant stem. I did the same, but I am having a lot of leaves now turning yellow near the bottom. I think I need to remove some. I would recommend that, actually. I plant up to the base. I don't pile it on top of the plant or the stem, and Adam's nodding away as well. So I would just remove some around the base there. It's wonderful at keeping the slugs and snails away. But yeah, just bring it back a little bit. It's recommended, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's true of anything, whether it's compost, manure, anything. You know, never pile it up the plant stem. Just leave a little collar free around the base.
Absolutely. So good morning to everybody else in the chat there. Thank you so much for joining in. If you want to join the chat, you're welcome to YouTube, Facebook, or on the emails as well. So we've done the Gardenia collection, £10 saving on there, and then 15% with your club membership, and of course free postage when you use the offer code. Let's move on now. Here we've got another one in the spring sale. Really good. Do you know, I went to view a house the other day, and they've got a really nice established garden, and they've got this beautiful border, and I tell you what, they have gone crazy on the hellebores because, oh my word, it's beautiful. And with this collection that we've got here, you can go crazy on the hellebores as well, because you're going to get 6 of the 9cm pots. Look at that. If your garden is boring in February, this is how you solve that problem, isn't it?
It is, Becks, as well, and even further back than February, to be honest, because I've seen these in customers' garden flowering for almost a couple of months now, and we didn't even need a picture card for these, because what you see is what you get. I mean, these are just wow. You've got these super double flowers in these beautiful, beautiful colour ranges. These are bone hardy. In fact, they make me laugh, because I just never understand how a flower that looks so fancy, so delicate, so beautiful, can flower at the most aggressive, awful, sort of, windy, cold time of year. But they do. They will give you the most amazing, stunning colour in the middle of winter for a good long period. They look fabulous with spring flowering bulbs or winter flowering bulbs. You can underplant with things like aconites, snowdrops, crocuses, for example. They've got evergreen foliage, so even when they're not flowering, they've got that lovely, glossy, very interesting foliage. They're stupid, ridiculously hardy. They'll get through any frosts. I mean, they're whatever it is. You could grow these from John O'Groats to Land's End, honestly. They don't mind a woodlandy kind of aspect as well. So if you've got sort of a dappled shade woodlandy kind of area or more shady spot, they'll do well there. But equally, they do quite well in full sun as well. And they are drought tolerant. Sometimes they show off and wilt a bit in summer when they're really dry. But as soon as the rain comes, the leaves perk back up and off they go. So, if you just want an all-rounder plant that's really going to lift your mood in the middle of the winter, go for this collection, because once you've planted them, you forget about them and you like looking after them wise, and then you just enjoy them for many, many years.
Yeah, I love them, and I just want to point out that massive saving, please, because we are already in the spring sale saving £31.96, bringing that price down to £27.99. Really established plants, still got buds opening up here, so still a little bit of life left in these, right the way through, generally to the end of April, you get flowers on hellebores, don't you? And then, of course, you're getting that discount as a club member, taking that price down to £23.79. You have to put the code in to get that £31.96 saving, and the free shipping included there as well. It's all about that code. Make sure you're entering those in. We'll give you a little basket example at some point very soon so you can see how that all works. We do have a question about the skyscraper lilies. She's just received her bulbs and they are sprouting. That's not a problem. Does she bury the sprout? Or does she leave it sticking out the ground?
Mine were exactly the same yesterday when I took them out the packet. They had little shoots on about that big, and I planted mine about 5-6 inches deep. That's the depth I put mine in.
What, so you buried the sprouts?
I did, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Do you know, I was going to say don't bury the sprouts, but you buried it.
Yeah, because, well, the thing is, you know, if you just bought those bulbs as ordinary lily bulbs anyway, without the sprout, you would plant them.
You'd plant them that deep anyway.
That kind of depth.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so don't worry about those sprouts. You know, plant them, you know, I mean, normally we say if the bulb is about an inch deep, you'd put 3 inches of soil on top. So they can go, lilies don't mind being planted a little bit deeper, some of those lilies, so they can go down sort of 4, 5, 6 inches. Nice organic material around them. And yeah.
They're so easy, they're so tough, so they're not going to mind at all. Right, we need to take you back over to compost. I'm taking my drink with me because I'm so sorry, I'm a bit croaky today. I think I might have finally succumbed to the colds. I've managed all winter with nothing.
You got sore throat?
It's a bit scratchy.
Yeah, get some of those
it's a bit scratchy.
Strepsils do these really good antibacterial lozenges.
Do they?
Yeah, get them.
I'll nip to the shop
brilliant.
afterwards.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
I hope not. I've got through the whole winter with no cold. Keep your fingers crossed for me, won't you?
You even avoided getting COVID from me, didn't you? Because we was on,
I know. I even didn't get that
because we was on a show one Sunday, wasn't it? The following week, I came down with COVID, and you were fine. Yeah.
I didn't get it, so well. Right, let's take you back to we're bringing you to our world famous. Is it world famous? Can we say that?
It is for us.
It's not quite world famous, but do you know what? This does create a storm, doesn't it? Everybody just adores our compost. I adore our compost. We've got multiple, hundreds, thousands over the years of 5-star reviews on this, and in essence it's because it works.
It is, and that's what I sowed my seeds in yesterday. 4 seed trays yesterday. What did I do? I sowed my Cosmos, Platycodon, Cleomes, and the things with the big Amaranthus. Yeah, got those all in yesterday in this beautiful, beautiful compost. And this compost is just good for anything. I basically say if it's green and it grows, you can use this compost. And just quickly to rattle through it, this is a hugely peat reduced compost, but what we've also added is that composted wood fibre. Does lots of things, but essentially it keeps the compost nice and open. It allows the water to percolate through, it allows the air to get down to the roots, it allows the roots to penetrate through the compost. There's a slow release fertiliser in this compost that's going to keep your plants fed for up to 6 months, which is fantastic. It's got a wetting agent, which means when you do water the compost, it wants to suck in the moisture. It doesn't just want to repel it. It's pH balanced as well, so it's not very acid, it's not very alkaline, it's towards the middle, so it suits the biggest range of plants. And if you need an ericaceous version for things like your gardenias and so on, we've got that as well. But yeah, this is a phenomenal compost. It's a brilliant compost. I've used it for years, and I use it for everything, from my house plants to my seeds to transplanting to putting my cuttings in. So many different things. Loads of things.
Yeah, I repotted my yucca the other day, so I repot my houseplant with it, and I always use it in the garden. Please don't ever run out of it, because it's really frustrating when you do. You end up going to the supermarket or, local shed, and you buy the, cheap, nasty alternative, and it is cheap and nasty, basically. We're not the cheapest on the market, and we make no apology for that. We do believe we are absolutely the best, and it is important to feed your plants or plant your plants in the best compost. If you want the best flowers, the best displays, the longest lasting plants, the best fruit production or vegetable production, this is the compost to use, and it's delivered to your door with no postage as long as you use the code YGTV1125. Somebody will come and bring it to you. How cool is that? It's so much easier than going buying it and trying to load it into the back of the car. Or maybe you don't drive. How do you buy big things like that? Do you have to ask a friend? Are you trying to get it on the bus? Honestly, it's so much easier doing it this way. Lots of you watching, thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Bex, this is Adam. Stu is talking to us in our ears. He's controlling everything, and it's lovely to have your company. We've got a few questions, or comments at least. Christina, thank you. I pre-ordered 60 plugs of Geranium Fire Queen, 40 of the Impatiens, those would be the Busy Lizzies, 60 Gazanias, also received 96 Petunia Saphinias last week for my hanging baskets. I can't wait to receive them.
Wow.
Amazing.
Joe,
that's a lot of plug. But do you know what? That is the way to do it, because what you've done is she's ordered the kind of plugs, but also the the pro plugs and things. You're filling your garden so cheaply, basically, because the cost is so much less. Yeah,
we've got to see the pictures later in the summer of what they've turned into, honestly, because that's going to be mind blowing. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, she says, I have them every year and it was a good deal, so why not? They will keep me busy. I love that, Christina. Thank you so much. Alwyn says, my gold standard. Love it, won't buy any other. That's a comment about the compost here. And Simon's feeling sorry for me. Thank you, Simon. That's what I needed. I need some love. He says, I feel for you. I always manage to get through winter, but get spring colds. Mine is just starting. I think I'm there, Simon. We'll see. We'll see. I'm determined not to get ill, so I'm going to ignore it. Right, if you do want your compost, 100125 is the item number. You will get free shipping using that code. You'll get that discount using that code as well. And of course, as club members, you get that extra 15% discount. Now, we don't just do plants and compost here. We've got gardening for everyone. We have all sorts of tools and machinery and various different things if you want to go and check the website. But we also have a wonderful selection of pots. And we're going to start off with our Kiki planter. In fact, we had a comment on Thursday. Was it Thursday? From a lady who said... Was it Mandy? I want to say her name was Mandy. I can't remember. Who said, I wish I had a garden. I've just got a concrete backyard. And we were like, whoa. We've got You can create the most amazing garden without lawns and borders. You can do fantastic container gardening. Well,
it's so weird you should say that, because on Gardener's World last night there was a lady, one part of the country bought a terraced house, and there was a little shed in front, an outhouse place which they knocked down. They put in these bifold doors so they could see all the way down the garden.
Yeah.
And her idea was to create this most incredible garden. When she got to it, the garden had been concreted from end to end, about that deep.
Oh no!
And there was like a big clay pit underneath.
Right.
She was heartbroken.
I bet.
I tell you what, when you saw what she'd done with pots though afterwards, oh my goodness me.
Yeah.
It was stunning, absolutely stunning.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Raised beds, different sizes, pots, troughs, all of those things.
And you can change the mood all the time.
I love that. That's why I do a lot of container gardening, because I love moving the pots around. It's not
static, is it? Because we all do that thing sometimes where we put a certain plant in a border and then we think, oh, I wish I hadn't quite put that there. I wish I'd put it at the front a bit more, or over there a bit more. Of course, if it's in the pot, you can move it to where you want it to be.
And of course, when you move home, you can take them with you.
You can.
Obviously, it's foremost on my mind. But yeah, you can take your plants with you. Now, these are awesome little ones that we got here. And I say little, they are, a really good size. But they're that smaller size, which I actually really enjoy. Because whenever we bring you a smaller pot, what I talk about is how you can change your displays over really quite cost effectively. If you want to do a different display 4 times a year, you can do that with these pots without spending loads of money.
Yeah, exactly. Because bigger pots, they really say the 30-litre pots, for example, you're going to plant those, you're going to pretty much leave those in situ, aren't you? But these, you can change the mood. So this time of year, all of our kind of plug plants, summer plug plants could grow in these. And then, of course, in the autumn, you can change it around to wallflowers and pansies and that kind of thing. But when you look at these, oh, my goodness me, you would not believe these weren't terracotta.
I know, they look beautiful, don't they?
Even the little white kind of... Because, sometimes terracotta, when they get a bit scraped, they get that kind of...
little scratches.
These look so authentic, don't they? Beautiful.
I love them. You've got the drainage holes in the bottom there. They're lightweight, they're easy, and if you drop them or throw them at the ground even, you wouldn't do that with a terracotta pot, would you?
Well, only once.
They'd be smashed all over the ground right now. So this is why we love them. They're UV stabilised, they're frost resistant, they're designed to last you for a lot of years. So this is why we bring you all of our wonderful plastic pots here from U Garden. 130596, it is a triple deal, so you're going to get 3 in that pack. You can multi-order those in the packs of 3 if you want more of them. And it's just £7. Oh, sorry, it's a triple deal. Apologies, Stu. I got that wrong. You do have to add 3 into your basket here. So what you're going to do is you're going to put 1 into your basket, enter the code YGTV1125. By applying that code, have a look at that postage there. Look, it says $6.99. Oh. Hang on, he's typed it wrong. Bear with us. YGTV1125. Apply code. There we go, look. So the postage has now disappeared. Now, it's still showing us $8.99 for 1 pot, so let's put a second one in. Oh, $17.98. Come on, let's do better than that. Add 3 in. Oh, that hasn't worked. Oh! That hasn't worked, Stu. The code has disappeared. Oh, guys, bear with us. Hang on. There we go. Put the code back in. $12.99. 3 of them. Normally it works like that, and you can see that price come down. Hang on, let's try again. 2, 3. There you go, $12.99. So this is why shopping with us on YouGarden, but particularly on YGTV, this is where you shop with YouGarden and get the best savings and the best discounts. Stu's decided he wants to add the strawberries in. Actually, you could probably put a runner in each of those little pots and
Definitely.
it would do brilliantly, wouldn't it? They're only $9.99 and no postage on there as well. And just look at the order total there and the saving. And by joining the club, can you see on the right-hand side there, it says join our club today and save $5.55. Just from that one order there with the pots and the strawberries, you can save just over half the cost of the membership. Costs you £10 to join the club, and then you're a member for 12 months. And you get 15% discount every single time you place an order. Plus, you get you get vouchers, you get postage vouchers. There's loads and loads of benefits. We will go through that in more detail. Adam's just added these lovely hellebores into the pots here. Of course, you're getting 6 of them, but that's just one of, getting 3 there with those Kiki pots. If you did 2 triple up deals on your Kiki pots and you got your hellebores, there's a beautiful display right away, isn't it?
And these are big enough to keep the hellebores in. Obviously, you've got to keep them watered and fed, but they'd be happy in those.
Dappled shady spot. That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it?
And remember, these are never going to crack. They're frost resistant, they're UV stable, so you're not going to go out one day after a really harsh frost and just find fragments on the ground.
Love that. And if you want your hellebores, it's 561309. You're going to get 6 of the 9cm pots. You're looking at 3 of them there, but you will actually get 6 of those. So I think that's a really good serving suggestion there, Adam. Well done.
Beautiful, aren't they, those hellebores? Absolutely stunning.
Make sure you're using that offer code YGTV1125 to access the savings and to get that free postage as well. Stu was just busy putting that together. He's just put that deal in twice, look, so you can see you've got 2 lines there, 3 pots of each, $12.99, and then that hellebore collection for $27.99. This is where the club saving now starts to make sense, doesn't it? So it's going to cost you £10 to join. So with this order, you're instantly saving you £2.30. We want to tell you a little bit more about the club in actual fact, because there's loads of benefits, and we made it better this year. It used to be 10% discount, now it's 15%. So there's loads and loads of extra reasons to be a club member now. If you'd like to hear a little bit more, then why not watch this piece of video?
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So there you go. So many reasons to join our discount club. All the discounts, all the savings. What did I?
So many reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2, 3.
Reasons to be cheerful.
Yeah.
Part 3.
Was that Ian Jury?
It was Ian Jury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's move on, shall we? We've brought you over to our favourites table now, and we're going to bring you along there. So every week what we do is we put what we think are going to be the favourites. On a Thursday, we put out what we think are going to be the favourites, and then it gets mixed around depending on what you buy, basically. Although this week we have done a very different lineup from Thursday to Sunday, so we've gambled. Hopefully we've got it right. You are absolutely adoring the sorbet peony girl next door. I understand. I totally get it. It's part of our spring sale, first of all, so you are getting a massive discount here. But it's beautiful, isn't it?
How could you not love that flower? I mean, goodness me, look at it. I mean, it's like a sort of a tripled layer, isn't it? It reminds me of some really grand, gorgeous dessert that you'd see in a high-end restaurant somewhere in the middle of London. It's got that sumptuous, kind of wonderful look to it there. Whoa, I mean, the fact that it's that soft pink at the bottom, you've got that sort of that white ruffle through the middle, then you've got the pink on top. Yeah, like Stuart Productions, it's like some sort of exotic ice cream. And then, I mean, just the way the petals are so beautifully cut as well. This is a stunningly beautiful peony, and if that wasn't enough, it's fragrant. It's got a really lovely fragrance to it. You're going to get lovely upright stems on these. These are bare root plants. You're going to get 4 in the pack. And once these become established, it's not unreasonable to expect 5 or 6 stems, if not more, to come up each year. And each of those stems might produce 10, 12 flowers per
Wow.
stem. So, yeah, and over a good 4 to 6 week period. So you're going to get a really impressive display from these. And even when they're finished flowering, peonies have really lovely leaves, very, very interesting leaves that turn a gorgeous, really bright, buttery yellow in the autumn as well before they die down. A tough plant, a hardy plant, a long-lived plant, not particularly fussed about soil, will do well in an open sunny position, don't mind a bit of dappled shade. All they ask of you, just one thing, is to plant them shallow. They hate being deeply planted. I say they hate being deeply planted. They'll grow being deeply planted, but they would be reluctant to flower. If you plant them more shallow, they're more likely to flower for you. But once they start flowering, it's not unusual for a peony to last 40, 50 years. And they're tough and they're robust and they make fabulous cut flowers as well.
I think it's a beautiful one. So if you'd like to get yours, just add that into your basket. Go to yougarden.com to place your order. Or use the phone line if you're a nice person and you like to speak to people. There's not many chances you get to speak to actual people with these things anymore, is there? But you can do that. Make sure you use the offer code, please, YGTV1125. That will access your £10 saving, but also that free postage as well. We're going to jump to the osteospermum. we didn't quite jump far enough. We're going straight over to the osteospermum. We're calling these the Cape Daisy Double Collection, and this is a gorgeous collection of osteospermum.
You see, I've not been in for a couple of weeks. I was in the Sunday before last, and I've not actually seen these on the picture card. And now I'm seeing them.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, my goodness me. No wonder everybody's loving these. What have they done with osteospermums these days? I mean, once upon a time, they were that kind of basic sort of purple colour, weren't they?
They're lovely, just sort of daisy, big, but daisy-shaped.
But now, look at these, Becks. These are beautiful, aren't they? And look at the quality of the plant there in your hand. I mean, that is a knockout little plant, isn't it? Brilliant root system on there as well. Lovely, lovely, healthy, glossy leaves on there. These will flower for you this year. I'm absolutely sure of that. These will give you a display this year, and they're going to look absolutely spectacular. Now, 6 varieties in here. They almost remind me of water lilies. That one there almost looks like a little water lily type flower. These are really, really beautiful, and they've got that kind of typical daisy family kind of thing whereby what we see as one big flower is actually a collection of many, many small flowers in the top there. But whoa, these are going to look good. These are, they're not hardy, are they? Or
no, these aren't hardy. So, but you would be able to overwinter, as you can with other osteos.
You can save these, you can get them through the winter. Having said that, though, and again, I'm not saying definite of these, in recent years I have seen osteospermums that are not hardy actually get through some of our winters when we've had really mild winters, especially if they're really mild, well-drained, sunny position. But that aside, get these home, get these outside when the risk of frost has gone, and just get the most beguiling, beautiful, stunning colour from these all the way through the summer, right into autumn. And as Beck said, if you give them a bit of TLC, keep them frost-free through the winter, you can take them back out again next year. Yeah,
Neil's loving these. I know Neil's a big fan of the osteospermum, so and I know a lot of you ordered this. This was one of the most popular ones on Thursday. I know Shaun's going to be growing these as well. I haven't done my basket this week. I've got several things. It's going to be a big basket, and I think I'm going to add that one in as well. 401573 is the item number, 6 varieties included in there, and £11.04 as your discount club price. Let's have a little look at this order, shall we? So just look at that order total, first of all. Or if you just want one item, you can come in and place that order because you're going to get free postage. Look what happens here. We're going to put the code in, YGTV1125. We're going to apply that code. Look at the price here. The price hasn't changed, but the £6.99 has vanished. That is the benefit of shopping with us at YGTV. It's a massive saving if you are literally just buying 1 or 2 items, isn't it? I think we all feel like this about postage costs. You understand that there is normally a postage cost. Obviously, somebody's got to package it and get it through the post and all the rest of it. But it's hard when it's just one item. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's a bit galling, isn't it, when you kind of, because you think, well,
that's a lot. That's a third more, of the price or whatever.
Yeah.
But we actually say a big thank you to you for watching us here on YGTV, and this is why you get that free postage and access to the discount club. And there's some really good reasons to shop with us here on YGTV.
I've gone to order like a single tree or something like that from places online before now, and the tree's been like £29.99, £39.99 or something, and then because they have to palletise it,
£15 or £20.
Oh, more than that. Sometimes,
really?
sometimes it's more than the cost of the actual tree. And I think, forget that.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I'll drive off and get it somewhere. Crazy.
All right, let's move on. Thank you for your pictures. We will get to show some of these in a little while. We're going to move on next to the Tumblinas, the petunias. This is the most fragrant ever collection. I love a petunia. I do. I think they're a classic summer flower, but this is something different. It's
These are
ruffled
different.
and beautiful.
Ruffled, super double flowers there. And look at the colours. I mean, goodness me, they've gone for these wonderful, wonderful colours that are just so beautiful. And the fragrance on these, I've smelt these in previous years. Really, really lovely, sweet fragrance. These will trail by about 30 centimetres. They'll be covered in masses of these flowers all the way through summer into autumn. Lovely for a bright, open, sunny position. Great for tom-tom pots, for example. Great for troughs, window boxes, or somewhere you can allow them to trail down. Just deadhead them, water them, feed them with our blooming fast every so often, and just enjoy months and months of colour and fragrance and beautiful blossom.
400459 is the item number. 12 of those plug plants, £5 saving at £12.74 is your club price. All coming to you in our miniature greenhouses. That holds them really nice and secure. They're labelled so you know which colour is which. And I just think you're going to enjoy those all summer long. £12.74 club price. Just for anybody that is brand new to us, you can watch us live here on YGTV. We're here on a Thursday morning and we're here on a Sunday morning between 10 and 12 on the Craft Store, if that's where you're watching us. But you can watch back at any point that you want to. It's nice when you join us live, obviously, because we love it when you join in at the chat. It's nice to know there's somebody out there and you can send us your pictures and all the rest of it. But if you want to watch back at any point, if you're busy or you just can't be bothered, but you want to watch us, you can watch back at any point on YouTube, on Facebook, or via our website. You can do catch up. So it's really easy for you to dip in and out as and when you want to. If you want to go to our website and have a look, all you have to do is click on that live now, click on the YGTV bit there. And then you can scroll down and that's, look, Mr. Show, catch up here. You can go in there. There's a whole host of shows in there. You can go back and watch things. Our codes only last for, we change the codes every week, and they do only last for a couple of weeks. So just bear that in mind if you're going back and watching something from several weeks ago. Those codes might not work, but the newer codes on the newer items absolutely will. And is that you asking, Stu, or has somebody asked that question? Somebody just said, is that TV's Shaun Ryan? Yes, that is Shaun Ryan. He joins us in the potting shed as well. He's taken a little day off today. I think he's having lunch with an old friend or something or other, so he's having a little nice day off today. But he also comes and joins us in the potting shed as well. If you remember him from the old Crate and Craft and Ideal World days, then yeah, he's here too. So yeah, you can watch us back. It's wonderful to have your company. If you want to join the chat or send us any emails, please do. YouTube, Facebook, or send us your emails to ygtv@yougarden.com. Olwyn has actually asked a question, probably on the YouTube chat. She's saying, do these petunias need a lot of sunshine? I would say they need a decent amount of sunshine But a part shaded would be okay.
Yeah. Some sun, perhaps, first part of the day, second part of the day would be fine. But yeah, ideally, they're more of a sunshiny kind of
You want a good
plant.
sort of 4 or 5 hours,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
And then they can be in shade the rest of the time.
They'll be happy.
Right, let's move on, shall we? Marigolds. It's the Bonanza mix. I love a Bonanza mix. Bright, fiery colours. And these are the pro plug plants. So this is very much about getting value for money, isn't it, when you talk about pro plugs? But you don't have to be a pro to grow them.
No, because we've done all the professional work for you. All you've got to do is just pop them on, grow them on, and you've got the plants that you want. And this is such a fabulously economic way of growing these as well. And these are happy plants. I mean, they almost, you see some flowers, they almost seem to emanate their own light source, don't they? That's what these do.
These do, you're
right.
right.
They're so bright and cheery. You've got that fragrant foliage as well. And you can use these in what's known as companion planting. Look at the root system on them, Becks.
So good, isn't it? I mean, look, it's a small plant,
but
it's good.
Super rooty, that lovely robust stem, that gorgeous leaf growth on the top. These, once you get these outside, these will be flowering within sort of 2 or 3 weeks, and then they flower for month after month after month. And they look beautiful and stunning. They do, and they break down to about 27 pence per plant there. And all you've got to do is pop them on and grow them on a little bit, and you've got 40 of those marigolds. 490095 is the item number, and it's £11.04 as a club member. Please join the club. If you're not in the club, please join the club. I want you to save all the money. I save all the money by being a club member. I'm so glad. It's one of the best clubs I've ever joined. It really is. For a tenner every year, I save so much money by being a club member. Right, we're going to go over to the fuchsias next. Now, this was one that we weren't actually supposed to be bringing out today. It wasn't on our list for Sunday. It was on our list for Thursday. But it did so very well, and we should have known this was going to be amazing. It always is. Every year we bring this to you. That's why we brought it back on Sunday, because you love it. And I can completely understand why. These are hardy fuchsias. Very important. This is not your summer bedding. These are hardy fuchsias. Yeah, which is fantastic, because that basically means these are going to survive outside from year to year to year to year, which is incredible. And you've got a couple of options with hardy fuchsias as well, because I've had a number of customers over the years who've grown hardy fuchsias. Sometimes what you find at the end of a mild winter, they pretty much sort of, I'm not going to say keep growing, but the wood stays alive pretty much the way it grew to the previous year, and you can just leave them to grow from that point and get even taller. But in a cold winter, sometimes the growth gets knocked down quite a bit, and you prune it back lower down and they regrow from the ground level. But in any case, they come back. That's the thing, they're hardy. They will come back year after year after year and just give you these incredible displays. And again, a really lovely mix of colours here. I like the sort of the bicoloured one. The sort of the white and the purple there. Yeah, the shrimp cocktail. Yeah, which is sort of one of my favourites. In fact, I love all of them, to be honest. They're all really, really nice. And they will grow in a full sunny position. They'll grow in a dappled shady position. I can think of a garden I used to look after in Buckhurst Hill, where we had a bit of a woodlandy kind of garden, and we had those sort of in that woodlandy display, and they did really well. They loved it. And the good thing about them, they used to sort of start flowering midsummer, and sometimes I'd turn up there in November. Yeah, you still get the flowers. And they'd still be flowering in November. I mean, right up until the frost finally stopped them flowering. Definitely recommend getting yourself some feed. Have a look for our Blooming Fast, because fuchsias do tend to be quite hungry plants, and they will thank you for feeding them as well as watering them. You're going to get 12 of those plug plants, by the way, again, in our miniature greenhouses here, labelled so you know which one is which if you are colour scheming and colour coding your garden in any way. It's a £7 saving on here as well, by the way, so it's £11.04 as a club member. Make sure you're using the code. You have to put that in, first of all, to get that saving, but then to get the free postage on there as well. And I love the fact that we add our club discount after a saving. So we're already giving you a saving, and then by a club member, you get extra discount on top of our existing savings there. 400947, go to yougarden.com to place the order, or please use the phone line and tell them you've got an offer code to use. We have to bring this one back because it's romped away. You've all gone for it, and I'm so pleased. It's part of a spring sale. I don't think we're going to be bringing you bare roots for much longer. You've still got time to plant them, and that's not going to be a problem. But our normal bare root planting season is between October and March, so we're getting into the last few weeks now, and I think that's why we've got such a killer deal on this one for you. So £10 saving here for bare roots. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with these, once they become established as well, I've got a peony come from my garden. It's called Molly the Witch, and it's a yellow peony.
Love that name.
And it's got about 5 or 6 stems coming through on it, and each one of those stems will give me probably between half a dozen and a dozen flowers. And this is what this will do. This peony will do the same. Once it becomes established, year on year, you'll get more and more stems come up through the ground. You'll see these little shoots start to push through this time of year that almost look like asparagus tips, and then they'll grow up, and you'll just get these multitude of flowers on each stem, these beautifully stunning flowers that are also fragrant and make cut flowers that have absolutely gorgeous foliage. This is long-lived, this peony. It will grow in a sort of a dappled shade position. It will grow in full sun, really easy to grow, disease resistant. All it asks of you, just plant them nice and shallow. And one last quick thing as well, 2 options when you get the bare root home. You can plant them straight into the garden, just put a bamboo cane so you know where they are, or you could plant them in a pot, grow them on a bit and then plant them. Up to you.
So easy and just so rewarding. 580077 is the item number, with a £10 savings, so £12.74 in the club. Don't forget, if you want our compost, that is available to you. You're getting 100 litres, 2 50-litre bags included there. Huge saving plus huge club discount. This is where it really starts to make sense being a club member. 2123 delivered to your door as a club member, and you can use it all over your garden, whether you're planting seeds, shrubs, perennials, pots, bulbs, whatever, then it is the compost for you. 100125 is the item number. Anna, you're asking, how do you become a club member? Put anything in your basket. Here's the easiest way, okay? So whatever you'd like to buy, create a basket, go to the website, and then put your code in, obviously get your savings and stuff. But you see where it says there, look, join our club and save today. Click on that, more information. It'll give you all the details that you might need here. You choose the one you want. We're going to tell you to go for this one, please. The £10 per year. It's on auto renewal, but we're not trying to lock you in at all. You can cancel that auto renewal, but obviously it's half price of the other one. And then just it goes into your basket that way. So you can see that it's there. So when you check out, it's going to create your account. You will get your 15% discount on your first order, but then your welcome pack will come out in the post within a couple of weeks, and that contains your £20 worth of your garden vouchers. You can start spending those, and you'll get a couple of postage vouchers included in there as well. And then you get, monthly magazines and things that get sent out to you. Is it monthly? I can't remember. But you get regular, catalogues and things sent out to you. And that is just for club members, where you get exclusive offers as well. So super easy. Anna, that's for you. That's how you're going to join the club if you're interested in doing that. You're watching on Facebook right now on the Craft Store, so thank you so much for coming to join us. It's lovely to have your company. Ever got any questions? Just ask. We're happy to help. So that's your premium professional compost. Use it all over your garden. Also, do think about repotting your houseplants. Now's a really good time to start repotting your houseplants. I've got loads to do. Okay, so next up, we've got our begonia apricot shades. These are the plug plants, not the tubers. Yeah, we've done that slightly harder. I mean, I did tubers last year and they're pretty easy, but yeah, plug plants are so much easier. Begonia apricot fiery shades, you'll get 12 of those plug plants. You've got a £4 saving there. You've got your club discount price at £11.04, and these are going to flower all summer long. One of the easiest of the summer sort of bedding or hanging basket or pot flowers that you can get. 400104 is the item number. Strawberries, yay! I love growing strawberries. They're so easy. They're so floriferous. They're absolutely beautiful, and you're going to get 10 runners included here. It's less, well, it's £1 a runner basically as a non-club member. It's 85p a runner as a club member. Plant them somewhere sunny, feed and water them, get our compost. You'll be picking strawberries this year, but you'll get even more in years 2 and 3. 320024 is the item number. Go to yougarden.com to place your order. Make sure you're using the offer code so you get that free postage. Now we've got those lovely skyscraper lilies. I've got a few of these growing, but I'm gonna plant some more. I love them so much. These can get 2 meters in height. First year, probably about, 1.5 meters maybe. That's how tall mine got in the first year. But in the next year, these should get to 6 feet and plus, with 20 plus flowers per stem. They're nice and strong. You don't have to worry about staking these. 650086 for 5 varieties, 3 of each. Sorry, £14.41 as your discount club member price. That's less than £1 a bulb there. That's amazing. Hardy Gardenia is next. 3 varieties: Climbs Hardy, Crown Jewel and Pinwheel. Evergreen plant, wonderfully fragrant. Just make sure you're using ericaceous compost. And they do like a sunny spot, but can cope in a sort of slight, you know, a little bit of shade, but nice and sunny would be best. Put them in pots though, I recommend. They can go in borders, but put them in pots because you can move them around then. When they're in full flower, you can put them wherever you are in the garden. 511452 is the item number. And in the spring sale, you are going to save £10 on there, and your 15% on top of that as well. Now, you are loving the double Ellens. I'm not surprised. Adam's lovely little serving suggestion with the keys was a really good idea there. You're going to get 6 nicely established plants in those 9cm pots. They're really strong, really vigorous, very floriferous. And if you want your garden to look as good as it can from late January through February into March, then hellebores are a really good option. There's not much else flowering at that time, obviously, but if you've already got snowdrops, this is a great companion to your snowdrops because they're all coming up at the same time. 561309 if you'd like to get, and these are the doubles as well. Look at those, aren't they pretty? £31.96 saving. Boom, that's an amazing saving. £23.79 in the club. Osteospermum, one of the most popular items from the Thursday show. It's back today. Yes, it is. Let's get these in the basket. They're not going to stick around for too long. I'm going to be placing an order for these as well. 401573 is the item number. They're new this season. These are new. We haven't had these before. I've not seen these before, and I've been working with You Garden now for many years. £11.04 is the discount club price. So do think about joining the club if you're not already a club member. 401573 is the item number. Free postage on everything from us in the potting shed as long as you use that code. Next, we've got the Petunia Tambolinas. Petunias are, you know, they're a favourite, aren't they, when it comes to summer hanging baskets or pots? But these are just something just a little bit different. Absolutely, double ruffled petals, lovely veining colours that you've got running through those. Some that are single colour, but they are really beautiful and they will tumble and trail. So yeah, definite one for your hanging baskets, but could also work beautifully in pots where they tumble and trail over the edges. 400459 is the item number, and you're going to get 12 of those plug plants, all labelled so you know which colour is which. Marigolds are up next. Please go for the marigolds. Honestly, they're traditional, they're beautiful, I loved how Adam said they seem to have their own light source. They do, even on a dark grey day. These just illuminate your borders. You're going to get 40 Pro Plug plants here, so it's really easy. Just put them on, and you can use anything. You don't even need proper plant pots. You can use like egg cartons and yogurt pots, those sorts of things. It's really easy. Just pot them on a windowsill and then plant them out when they're a bit bigger. £11.04 for 40 plants. Amazing. 490095 is the item number for your marigolds. Oh yeah, hardy fuchsias. Let me just reiterate, they are hardy. These are not your summer bedding. We do have those, and you can get those, great. But these are survivors. Yes, they are hardy. I wouldn't plant them straight out right now, because they are still plug plants at the moment. So I would grow these on just a little bit. I wouldn't plant them straight in the ground at the moment. But once you've grown them on and planted them out, then you can leave them outdoors. They're fully hardy, you don't need to worry about them. And look at the flowers, aren't they gorgeous? I always think they're a feminine flower. I don't know, some flowers look more masculine, but these look more feminine. They look like little dancing girls, don't they? They look like ballerina. I love them. Always loved fuchsias. 400947 is the item number. You've got a £7 saving on that one, and your discount price is £11.04. And the most popular item on today's show, of course, it's the girl next door, that sorbet peony. Do you know, I haven't got this yet myself. Only because I'm moving home and I don't want to, but do you know what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to put it in a heavy-duty pot, and then I'm going to take it with me when I move house, because that's a stunner, isn't it? She's beautiful. One of the most beautiful peonies that we bring you. It's part of the spring sale. You're going to get 4 bare roots for £12.74, and that plant is going to last you for decades. Peonies tend to like a slightly shady position. They want access to sun, but they do want a little bit of shade. They don't want to be in the full baking sun all day long. 580077 is the item number. Just don't plant them too deep, otherwise they'll give you foliage. They just won't give you those wonderful flowers. Yeah, I need a peony. I need a peony in my life.
Oh, I was going to say then.
I need a peony. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in the potting shed. Hello to any of the new viewers watching us on the Craft Store Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us, and of course to all you regulars who have been with us since August 2023. Yes, that's when we launched here in the potting shed. But of course, a lot of you know us from previous shopping channels and things. You know, when we used to be on Ideal World, you know, this was You Garden. You'll recognise Adam. You might not recognise me so much. I've been working with You Garden for years, but a little bit more behind the scenes. But now I'm here. But if you remember Angela, do you remember Angela? Was any of you watching gardening when Angela was on? Angela retired. She's having a lovely time, living it up in the south of France. And she was on Craft, of course. She was a big crafter, wasn't she? She was the craft gardener, wasn't she? But yeah, she retired and she's off in the south of France. So that means Adam and I get to take over,
which is great, which is good, yeah, exactly.
We loved her, but, you know, bye-bye, we get a job now.
You're gone, we're here now.
It's nice to have your company. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Remember, you get free postage when you shop with us on YGTV from the Potting Shed. You can go and shop the rest of the website, and please do. There's thousands of items on there. But the only way you get free postage is via what we bring into the Potting Shed, and by using the offer code that you can see on screen down there. YGTV 1125 is this week's code. Ruth's got to go. Bye, Ruth. Thank you for coming to join us. Come back on Thursday. It's nice to have your company. I love it when I've got to go and do this now. Bye, everybody. Or people let us know when their order is being delivered, and we get to count it down, because when you place an order and you get a notification saying it's being delivered, you get one saying it's 11 stops away.
I know.
A bit like that, you know, that
couple of Sundays back we had that, didn't we?
It's Amazon, isn't it? They give you a countdown, and I love it. It's so exciting.
Well, do you remember a couple of Sundays back we was on, and it was almost the last few minutes.
Yeah.
And then
it came just at the end.
Yeah, the order came.
I can't remember whose order that was. It was,
now,
it was good.
It'll come to me in a minute. Yeah.
It was somebody.
It was Allwyn.
Was it
Allwyn? I think it was Allwyn.
Anyway, we loved it. So do let us know when yours are coming, because we count down the orders with you. It's one of the most exciting things. Okay, we don't have many of these, and I know this because I was in that part of the garden centre here, and I was looking at how many of these are left, because it's one I'm tempted with, and I've been tempted for ages. I've got a rosemary plant in my garden. It's one that my dad actually propagated for me. So, and I've got it, and it's massive now. But this is unusual, and this is beautiful, isn't it? It
is beautiful, Bex, because this is going to bring like a feel of the Mediterranean to your garden, most definitely, because that's the part of the world these really thrive. But this is a rosemary, which is now on a standard stem.
Oh, so, I love it.
Yeah, which gives you that added interest, and also it's great that it's on that standard stem. Actually, that one's a bit... Are they all twisted, or is that just...
Do you know what? I quite like it.
Is that just luck of the draw?
Do you know, I didn't look at the stems of the others, but I do quite like how, yes, they've fashioned it into this standard, but it's not a perfectly straight one. No. It's got a little bit of character to it,
yeah,
hasn't it?
I love that. Literally, that's sort of like we say before, that little twist. Which
you kind of want it to be perfectly straight on certain standards, but actually on this one, it really works.
It does, because this has got that sort of wiry, sinuous kind of shape to it as well, which is great. But it's good that it's on that stem, because this is a sort of a trailing rosemary as well. So this kind of sort of hangs down, it trails down, it looks evergreen all the year through, so it always looks good no matter what time of year. But for a lot of the year you get these fabulous purple flowers. Yeah,
mine are just, so on my rosemary plant at the moment, mine are just starting to open up.
Yeah, and then it's one of these weird shrubs that you and I reference sometimes, that odd times of the year it throws out some more flowers as well, kind of when it feels like it. And of course there's no reason you can't use this for cooking. I mean, this is rosemary, so you can certainly use it in your cooking, your stews, your roasts, with your roast lamb and all those sort of different things as well. This is super hardy. It's ridiculously drought tolerant. I mean, really, really drought tolerant. If you're looking for a container plant for a tub that's going to look good all the year through, that's got aromatic foliage, that flowers, that's hardy, that's drought tolerant, and if you're one of these people, perhaps you go away for work for a bit, perhaps you go away for a week or so, and you're not there to water things regularly. If you want a plant for a pot outside that's not going to give up the ghost in a week if it's not watered, well, this would be fine if you didn't water it for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. It would still survive.
It really will. I think it's a stunner, honestly. It's approximately 50 centimetres tall in that 19 centimetre pot. We've given you a bit of a saving here as well, because it's part of our spring sale. So £10 discount here, $29.99 down to $25.49. It's not just your bog standard rosemary. I think they're lovely anyway, but yeah, it's not a bog standard rosemary, is it? This is a feature. This is a standout. out.
Statement
this is
rosemary.
A statement, that's the word I was looking for, thank you. It's a statement plant that in a pot or in a central kind of border somewhere, that is definitely going to draw attention, isn't it? 511534 is the item number. Postage is included. There is no postage to pay here as long as you use that code.
One quick massive thing we've got to mention about this.
Yes?
Pollinators.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They go mad for it, don't
Love
they?
them.
Love it.
Absolutely. Right, let's move on, shall we, to... This has to be in our maybe top 20 list of plants that every garden needs, plants that every garden should have. One of the most popular ones we bring you from Yew Garden because it's tough as old boots and an absolute workhorse.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if Stu's still got it, but I did actually send some pictures into Stu of a garden that we planted with these for.
I remember that.
My accountant years ago.
That was, I really like what you did in there.
Yeah, well, he wanted something that looked really slick and smart and professional, so that when he had sort of clients and stuff come round, if it was a lovely warm day, they could sit out in the garden and kind of relax in this space. So John and I sort of designed this space, but we wanted the planting to be very simple,
low maintenance.
Low maintenance, yeah. We'll cut. There you go. That's it there.
I love this.
So literally, it was these yew cones, which are really easy to look after, and then
they don't get too big, do they?
No. These, I mean, they're still there now.
I want to replicate this in my front border.
Yeah, they're there now, and they're only still about knee high. And I tell you what, they never got watered, and that is a baking hot. It's not that day, but generally when the sun's out, that's a really baking hot, sunny position.
Yeah.
And they need no attention almost whatsoever. Once they're established, you don't need to prune them, you don't need to deadhead them, you don't need to trim them. They'll get through any frost, they'll get through drought. Eventually they flower. They have these little flowers with berries on, which are quite nice as well, although they can be reluctant to flower in the UK. But what they do have is this endless, beautiful, stunning foliage all the year through. They always look good. And of course, when the wind blows...
I love that sound.
Yeah. Oh, just one thing to... Yeah, I need to point out as well, because sometimes these are called heavenly bamboo, and I've had a few people on TikTok shop say to me, yeah, but I don't want to plant these if they're bamboo.
Yeah, no, they're not bamboo.
They're going to take over. These are not a bamboo.
It's just got the nickname, and we think it's because of that lovely sound. And your garden is not just about what you look at, it's about your scent, and it's also about your ears as well. And that noise that it makes is stunning.
It is beautiful.
I love it.
So there's the berries. You can see there the beautiful berries on these. So don't worry about this plant. You're not going to plant this plant and it's going to come up in your next door neighbour's lawn. That won't happen. This is compact. It's well behaved. I say it's tough. It's hardy. It'll get through frost. It'll get through drought. You can grow it in pots. You can grow it in containers. I tell you what, it really would look good with, if you wanted it to. You could underplant with the black snake grass.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm thinking about this in the next garden, a load of hydrangeas, and then plant these in front of the hydrangeas, because when they're deciduous, obviously this is still looking good.
You have the Matterhorn in the middle with these round the base.
Somebody's just, who was that, Neil, sorry? Stu, sorry? Simon. He's had a couple of these a few years ago and he's thinking about getting some more. Just wait a second, because we've got another option for you. That's brilliant. For me, who wants the Nandina, and I'm probably going to need about 7 of them for this border idea, and then I need to know what that... Was it a yew? I'll get the details later. I'm going to completely copy him. What I want you to see is, for what would be the price of 2 Nandinas, is our Head Gardener's Red collection here, because you're going to get 3 plants included in this one. So it's the Head Gardener's Red collection. So about $9.99 each is what we're talking here, but less obviously if you are in the discount club, because it's $25.47 there. This is our Head Gardener's Clever selection here, where you're going to get 3 beautiful plants that have these lovely reddish tones to them as well. So the Nandina that we just talked about, which at this time of year it's got those lovely darker tones, but then it does that colour changing thing and you get lovely greens and golden yellows throughout the rest of the year. You're also going to get a Photinia Little Red Robin. This isn't the massive variety. And you're going to get the Red Barren Blood Grass. Now you can see some lovely kind of burgundy tones here, but that's going to turn bright red in summer and obviously fill out as well. It's a clever collection, this, isn't it?
I love it, Bex. This is a really gorgeous collection as well. Pretty much evergreen, because even the grass, you can leave the foliage on throughout the winter. Yeah. You can trim that grass off now, and then throughout the summer it produces... Well, actually, it's an amazing grass. Again, I've got this in my own garden, and the base of the stems are lime green, really bright lime green, and then suddenly suddenly it changes to this dark red.
And it is that colour.
Yeah, it's almost like a made-up grass.
Red.
It is. It's crazy. I mean, if you said to your children, if you've got little children or grandchildren, you say to your children,
grass is red.
Grass is red. And they go, no, mummy, grass isn't. Grass is green.
No, it's red. It's
no,
red.
It's
Look,
red.
it's red.
It can be very, very red. And that's what that is. Yeah, that's a stunning, really well thought out collection that would look great anywhere.
Yeah, it's brilliant, honestly. 201210 is the item number. £18 saving here, 25.47 if you're in the club. I want to transport you out onto our nursery. It's an 11-acre nursery right now. We've got our potting shed here, but outside those doors is 11 acres of nursery right in the heart of Lincolnshire. So I want to transport you out onto the nursery when I went to look at the Red Baron bloodgrass. It's late autumn and we're out on the Yew Garden nursery and we just had to stop to take a look at this Imperator Red Baron bloodgrass. And the reason we had to stop is obvious. Look at the colour. At this time of year, you get this beautiful, luxurious, gorgeous burgundy colour from here. But actually, there's so much to look at on this plant throughout the seasons. It first of all starts off a lovely bright green. In summertime, it turns a bright blood red, particularly if you plant it in a full sun position. And you can even get tall clusters of silvery, fluffy flowers on here as well. It's a perennial that's really easy to look after. So it dies back a little bit in winter time, and then in spring, all you'll do is give it a little trim, a little spruce up, just to tidy the plant up when you see all that new growth starting to come through. It's also a plant that over the years you will be able to divide and spread around your garden. You can see why this is one of the most popular, the most stunning of all of the ornamental grasses. It's winter hardy, it's easy to look after, and it's a total stunner. So that's just one of those 3 plants, and I will point out that was filmed, was it October, Stu? Wow, that was longer than I thought. Okay, that was filmed back in October, so that's after sort of, it's at its best, and it was still looking amazing, wasn't it? You could also see that Rosmarinus prostratus in the background of that little film there as well. Just one of the 3. The Photinia Little Red Robin, I don't know if we said it, but it is the little one. It only gets to about 1.5 meters in height, which is really compact for a Photinia, so a really good option for people with smaller spaces. I love it. 201210 is the item number. 25.47 if you were a club member. Now, we're being asked, how would the red collection do in a shady spot?
Do you know what?
I think it'd do all right, wouldn't it?
Not too bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I wouldn't say deep shade.
No.
Or permanent shade, but, shade part of the day would be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
they'd be happy.
You'll get better colour from all of them by being in a sunny spot, for sure.
Yeah.
But they will survive really happily in a part shade spot as well.
Yeah,
so, totally.
Back of my bungalow, for instance, is east facing, so the back of the bungalow midsummer gets sun to about 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then it moves round.
Yeah.
And it goes into shade. They'd be fine somewhere like that. No problem at all.
All right, we're bringing you back over to our compost next. Remember, you're getting free postage on everything that you buy from us here in the potting shed. You have to use the code to get that free postage, YGTV1125. It gives you the savings. So, for example, the Red Gardener's... The Red Gardener's Head collection, let's stick with that. You've got an £18 saving. Your code will unlock that, but it will also add that free postage on there as well. We're going to bring you to the compost and we're going to transport you to Shaun and Peter to tell you all about it.
We describe this as premium professional compost. And the reason for that is it is the compost that is known, this formula we have perfected over decades. So I've been using it for decades. We have perfected it over decades. You've got a blend of the best peats plus wood fibre that you can imagine. Now, by volume, approximately 50% of this compost is wood fibre, and the balance is made up of a blend of peats, and there are 3 different peats. So you've got things like sphagnum moss peat, which is renewable. You've got sedge peat, and then you've got darker sphagnum as well in there. So you've got 3 different peats. You've also got, you can see actually just there, there's slow-release fertiliser. These little green, what look like little eggs, you'll see those dotted among the compost when you're planting it. That's slow-release fertiliser. One of the most expensive ingredients in any compost is fertiliser. You can see that there's another one just down below. That is amazing because that will deploy nutrients to the roots of whatever you grow in this compost just when they need it over the next 6 months. You then got what's called a buffer. Now, Peat, in particular, is naturally acidic. So, and plants like to be just on the acidic side of neutral as a generality. There are exceptions, so things like rhododendrons and azaleas, they love to be properly acidic in terms of the ericaceous soil or compost they're growing in. But most things like it just on the slightly acidic edge of neutral. So that's what this is designed to give you. So it's got a pH buffer to keep it in exactly that zone. The wood fibre keeps the sort of perfect air-water porosity ratio, which is what we talk about in the trade, all these complicated terms. But it's what plants need is they need a jungle gym to grow in. So they need a jungle gym for their roots, which is called growing medium. They need some water, and they need some air, and they need nutrients. And when you've got the perfect compost, it blends the air and the water and the constituents of the compost. It all blends together to give the perfect environment. That's what this particular compost does, which is why it's trusted by us. We will be growing approximately 150,000 potted roses on this nursery this year. That's roughly what we grow most years. We'll be growing, I don't know how many hanging baskets, but our pre-planted hanging baskets that will be available later, you will have bought them in the autumn and last spring as well. They grow in this compost. We will grow countless perennials, whether they be in the 9 centimetre square pots or the 3 litre pots or the 5 litre pots, plus fruit trees. And this is the compost we use for all of those things. So we trust it, the trade trusts it, and actually based upon the well, literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of bags of this particular compost that you've bought over the years, you definitely trust it as well. And, you know, and actually, peat is a thing. We need to think about peat. Not me. I happen to also be peat, but it's the peat that's in here that we're talking about. We can still use peat in our gardens right now, and actually the alternatives, generally speaking, are a bit iffy. So if you want to get the best results, in my view, use this particular compost for as long as you can. It's got 50% other material in it, which is the lowest level we could get to and still have a professional quality product for you and for ourselves. So we've been as eco-friendly as we can, and we jumped onto that particular that approach years and years and years ago. So this is the same formulation that we've had for at least the last 6 or 7 years, with 50% other material to bulk out the peat, and it still works better. So I would say this is, in my opinion, it's the only compost I use at home. It's the compost we use on the nursery. I can't recommend it highly enough.
Yeah. So yeah, Peter can't recommend it highly enough. You can't recommend. I mean, just to point this out. So Adam is a professional gardener. Oh, I haven't switched my mic on, have I? Hello, can you hear me now? Sorry, I just went to use the ladies and I switched it off, obviously. So anyway, yeah, Peter can't recommend it highly enough. Adam, who is a professional gardener, been working as a professional gardener all your life, which is a long time.
Won the 4 gold medals at the Chelsea Flower Show.
He's
slip that in.
So many medals, and this is the compost of choice for you as well.
Yeah, this is what I use all the time. I was using this yesterday to sow my seeds yesterday. I was planting up my cactus dahlias, starting them off in pots. I use this. Every time I plant anything, I mix some of this in with the soil before putting it back in with the plant. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah,
incredible.
Honestly, it's my compost of choice. I'm not just saying it because I work here and I have to tell you this. I genuinely do use this. So do think about trying it for the first time if you haven't, because it will make a difference. 100125 is the item number, delivered direct to your door with no postage as long as you use the code YGTV1125. Now we're going to take you over to some clematis. Now we have so many different varieties of clematis available from Yew Garden. Here we've got our summer flowering, and we've got our winter flowering, and we've got various different collections for you. This one is the winter clematis collection, but we've got evergreen varieties included in here as well. Hang on, Stu's saying, no. Clematis don't live in the winter, right? No, they do. These ones are fantastic for you to get winter displays, plus you've got evergreen in here as well. Now, clematis normally loses its leaves. It looks rubbish in winter.
These clematis have got their whole life completely back to front. They've really got themselves confused,
They're
but
a bit
in a good
like
way. Yeah, because it's winter time, so the first thing they should do is shed all their leaves, so they've got no leaves. And also it's winter time, so they don't want to be flowering in winter time, do they? But they do. They both do the opposite. All do the opposite. These are evergreen. These look good all the year through. Lovely, lovely shiny foliage.
Yeah, and I like the difference in the foliage as well. When you look at them next to each other, look, you can see the differences with the foliage shapes and colours, which is an interesting part of it as well.
Yeah, and it's really, really beautiful foliage on those Becks as well. I mean, that one, I love that intricately cut foliage. I love the fact it's really glossy, it's really shiny, it's really healthy.
This one has lovely bronze tones to it as well, not just green, so you've got lovely different colours on the foliage there.
And then, what they do, they decide to flower in the winter time. So, I mean, I've seen these in customers' gardens over the years. Freckles is the one I see generally flowering, which is the pink one, the little kind of polky dotty kind of flowers on. So, yeah, I've seen these growing over the years in customers' gardens, and they're great because I've seen these growing up through roses, for example. I've seen them growing up through wisteria. I've seen them growing over little archways.
Which is great, because wisteria obviously drops its leaves in winter time. It looks rubbish. There's nothing to look at on wisteria. No. Grow a clematis through it, and then you've got an all-round, all year round.
You've got a double whammy then.
Yeah.
Because you've got the foliage from these all the year through, plus the flowers, and these are fragrant flowers as well. In fact, there's another garden I look after, and there's a gentleman the other side's got like a little hazelnut coppice, and it's got one of these growing up through there, and it looks beautiful because the hazelnut's all bare, and you've got those lovely upright hazel canes that you get, and you just see this growing through. And these, the one he's got is a white variety, and there's just dozens and dozens of these beautiful white flowers just hanging down in the middle of winter, giving interest, giving fragrance, providing a little bit of nectar and pollen for the winter pollinating insects, those ones that come out sometimes on the warmer days. These are easy to grow, and they're not really thuggy clematis either. They're not going to be the sort of clematis that really crazily take over and you're going to regret planting them. These have got a nice sort of gentle climbing habit. But yeah, these are beautiful. Give these a go. They're really, really stunning.
Yeah, they really are. Love those. You're getting the Wisley Cream, the Early Sensation and the Evergreen Freckles. £19.97. There's a £10 discount and £16.97 as a club member. You can grow them over pergolas, archways, maybe across a fence or a garage wall. But if you've got nothing to grow it up, and you want a bit more of a 3D display, a 360-degree display, we're going to recommend this one to you. I adore this. Don't buy this one yet. I will explain. Bear with me. I do want you to buy the Tower Pot, but not this particular one. I love these so much. I've actually got 5 of them. I don't have a clematis growing in one, but I've got 2 spare at the moment, so maybe clematis is what to go for. But I just want to highlight the price for you. So at the moment, $24.99 or $21.24 if you're a club member for one of them. So you'd think that 2, obviously $24.99 times 2, we're talking just under the £50 mark, aren't we? Maybe with a little discount, we'd bring it down to 42 or something or other. But let's just show you, shall we, what we've done with the twin pack here. It's a different item number, so if you want 2 of these, you want to go for 130477. The price for 2 is $34.98. That's $29.73. That's £15 each, just under, which is a stonking price. I'm going to use that word. It is a stonking price for the Tower Pot. And we adore this, don't we, for so many different reasons.
Yeah, we do. Well, first of all, just looking at it as it is there, naked, without anything growing up it, it looks fantastic just as it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
so many plant supports, to put it plainly, are ugly.
Yeah.
They're ugly, they're sparse, and they don't look attractive until the actual plants cover them. This looks beautiful just as it is. You've got that lovely burnished look to it, and you've got loads and loads of surface area for any climber to grip onto. Space to get your hands through as well. I mean, I've got quite big hands, but you can get your hands through.
Too.
So if you need to train something from the inside, if you need to pick off some dead leaves, or if it's sweet peas, you want to cut some flowers that are on the inside, you can do that. It comes in 4 sections, including the pot, so you just clip the top 3 sections together as and when you need to. You could put them all together in one go if you want, or you can do it 1/3 at a time. UV stable, frost resistant, but of course one thing you will get with this is, and I'm going to, this 360 degree of colour. That's the great thing about it. So it's not 2D, it's not just like a bit of trellis on the wall where all you see is that flat colour. This could be in the middle of your decking, could be in the middle of your patio, could be outside your front door or your back door, and you've got that colour all the way round. And of course, if it's a really, really fragrant climber, you can bring it right up to your patio doors. You can enjoy that fragrance. And these are the sort of plant support that you will just find so many uses for.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody even said the other week about their bush tomatoes, growing them up through the middle of this.
Or mini cucumbers.
Mini cucumbers,
There's so many different
Loads
things
of
that you can grow in here. They're easy, they're beautiful. I love them so much. As I say, I've got 5 of them. I highly, highly recommend these. 130477 is the item number for a pack of 2 of them. If you just want one, we've got a separate item number, but do think about getting two, because once you've got one, you'll do what I've done and think, I need more of those. And of course, if you've got smaller gardens or even just a balcony, that means you can still grow climbing plants as well. We're going to go back over here now. We're going to take you over to our poppies. I wanted to show you the Oriental Poppy collection today because this one's always popular. It's bare roots. You're going to get 5 of them, and you've still got time to plant your bare roots, but this is just value. £8.49 as a club member for 5 bare root poppies, and each one of these plants 80-90 centimetres high,
yep.
you know, sort of 50-60 centimetres wide. The amount of poppies you're going to get from each of these over the season is going to be incredible.
It's going to be dozens. You know, these are hardy, these are deep-rooted, robust perennials that will come back year after year after year. They're not particularly fussed about soil, providing it's pretty much well drained. They do like a nice open sunny position. They don't need staking, but they will produce these really dramatic, huge poppy flowers that look absolutely beautiful in this lovely range of colours, and they kind of tantalise you and tease you a bit, really, because you go out one day and you'll see this great big fat bud at the top of a stem, and you just see a little slit down the side and a little tease of that flower colour to come. And then you go out the next day and they start to burst open, and to start with they're like crepe paper. They're all kind of wrinkled and and sort of like they've been squeezed up in this flower bud, and then they open out into these really elegant, beautiful, charming flowers that look absolutely wonderful. They'll flower for a good number of weeks, and then afterwards, if you trim them back, give them a good feed, give them a water, quite often they'll give you a second flush of flower a little later in the summer. But they are one of your quintessential cottage garden type of perennials, if you like.
I love them. They're just easy, completely winter hardy, and actually, here's something I want to get into pressing flowers. I've just got the bug for it, and I think poppies as a pressed flower is a really amazing one. If you are one of the crafters watching on the craft store, maybe that's something that you're into as well. And I think poppies are a really good one to do that with. 5 of them, bare roots, £8.49 for all of those. If you are in the club, if you've done any flower crafting, we'd love to hear about it. Craft takes so many different forms, you know, and I think gardening sits really, really nicely within that sort of sphere of crafting activity. Oh, Stu's got a story. Hang on.
Sorry, I have to point something out.
He has to point something out. He's come into the potting shed. Hang on.
Have you ever seen this?
Have we ever seen this? He's got... Oh, there's a book.
About dried flowers.
There's a book about dried flowers. Hold on one second.
Look who the author is.
Oh, dried flower gardening. And the author is Joanna Sheen.
The same one.
So crafters, you'll have heard of Joanna Sheen, right? It's that person. It's the Joanna Sheen. How cool is that? Stu and I used to work a lot on the Craft Channel, by the way, when it was back on Ideal World. We both worked there for many years, Ideal World for 20 years, and then over on the Craft Channel as well. So look, yeah, Joanna Sheen's one of the authors on there. Love it. Yeah, it's something I want to get into. I'm going to do some... I want to do dried flowers. I'm going to get into flower pressing.
I'll tell you what to grow this year. If you want to grow statice...
Statice, yeah.
And grow helichrysums.
OK.
They make the most
really nice.
Amazing dried flowers.
I'm going to start doing it. And I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make some lovely pictures or something or other. I went to the Saatchi Gallery recently. They've got a flowers exhibition there, and there's this artist who was doing amazing pressed flower artwork, and it's given me the bug. I want to do it. I want to do it. Stu says he used to do artwork from crushing drinks cans. Did you? It was so depressing.
Oh no.
Stu likes to tell his jokes.
Oh dear.
Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
You just have to wait and see when the punchline comes out. All right, that's your poppy collection. We're moving on to some roses now. Now, Mother's Day is coming up at the end of the month. If you are still lucky enough to have your mum with you, then I do talk about this being a wonderful thing to get for, mothers rather than a bunch of flowers. If your mother is sadly no longer with you, what a lovely thing to plant in memory of her. It's called Rose Special Mum, or it could just be you're looking for a beautiful rose, and this is a beautiful rose as well. You don't even need to worry about the title of it. It's a gorgeous one, isn't it? Lovely floribunda, this one.
This is a knockout, this one. And a floribunda, so with a floribunda, you're getting lovely erect stems with a good half a dozen or so beautiful flowers on the top of each stem, sometimes many, many more than that. This is a really fragrant rose as well. Lovely, lovely sweet fragrance. plants. Quite compact, only gets to about 1 metre tall, so not a really huge sort of tall rose. That lovely kind of medium pink colour with those lovely stamens in the middle. It's a repeat flowering rose as well, so it's going to keep going all the way through the summer. And also it's got that really super healthy foliage, and you could grow it in a large container if you wanted to, or plant it in the ground. It's coming to you as a pot grown plant, and just all you need to know is when you plant this rose, make sure that knuckly bit, as I like to call it, at the top, or the union bit at the top, is about between 1 inch to ½ inch below the soil level.
So it's actually out of the pot at the moment, so the temptation would be to plant it in a similar place. Actually, you want to go to about there. That's what Adam's talking about.
That's it.
Bury that knuckle, that bit there. About there is where you're going to go in the soil or the ground or the pot or wherever you're planting it. It's a beautiful rose. It's in that it says 3 to 4 litre. It'll come either in a 3 or a 4 litre. Essentially, it's a very established plant. It's $16.99 as a discount club price, which is a fantastic one. You would be paying, as our RRP says, $29.99. You'd be paying £25–30 for this normally, but it is just $16.99 as a club member. Remember to go to the website to see everything that we've got available in the show and everything that has got free shipping. Everything in the potting shed has free posting. Go to yougarden.com. You can either click on the Live Now button, or, it might be down the bottom if you're on a phone. It depends what kind of thing you're watching on. Or there was a section where you can click on You Garden there. But this is the best and easiest way. And then you scroll down. This is where you can see everything that's been selected for the live show today. And this is everything that's got the free postage. You can shop the rest of the website, but unfortunately everything else on the website will have postage. So definitely worth your while shopping from this section. How do you get the free postage? You enter the code. Our code this week is YGTV1125. It's just on the screen down there, look, underneath the price. Type that in the website where it says, do you have an offer code? Or if you are using the phone lines, which you're welcome to do up until 4 o'clock today, then tell the operator that you have that offer code that you'd like to use, and that will unlock your discounts and give you your free postage. Yeah, if you just buy one thing, makes it really affordable for you that way, doesn't it? And also, anytime you see something you like, place an order. And then if in 5 minutes' time you see something else you like, place your order, because there's no downside to you. They all come sort of separately packaged anyway. And it's also, here we go, is a really important thing for you. If you are shopping on your mobile phone, when you go to the show page, when you scroll down, can you see those arrows to the side? It's not the same item, just, more pictures. It's different items. It's just how the format of a mobile phone works. So keep scrolling. You'll see more depending on the size of your screen and that sort of thing. But do use those arrows, because there's more on the show than you might realise if you're just scrolling up and down. Go side to side as well. Right, let's bring you onto the ginger tuber, shall we? The Hedychium. This is the hardy ginger tuber we're talking about here. So we're going to start this off frost-free, but then plant it out a little bit later once you've got a bit of growth on it, and at that point it's then hardy. You don't need to worry.
Exactly. Well, this is what I planted in my new bit of garden yesterday, because up until now John and I have been growing it in a pot, in a container, but the root system has got massive. It's really pot bound, so I've actually now transplanted it into the ground.
Lovely.
And funnily enough, you mentioned Angelina Garni earlier on.
I did, yeah.
I got this from Angelina Garni, because I was working at Ideal World years ago. Angie had done a show, she had a sample left over.
Oh, and she gave it to you?
Yeah, and it was a bare root like this.
Amazing.
And she said, take it home. And that was 3 or 4 years ago, and it's performed brilliantly. I mean, it's a really stunning plant. And what is strange is when you look at this, you can't believe this is hardy, because it looks really tropical, it looks really exotic, it looks the sort of thing that would give up the ghost at the slightest little bit of frost. But this is a hardy plant, has these great big, almost banana-shaped leaves that look really dramatic.
Yeah, the foliage is nice on it as well, isn't it?
The foliage is good. If you want that sort of tropical, jungly, dramatic kind of look in your garden, the foliage is brilliant. And then you get these flower spikes that come up, and sort of late summer into autumn, that are fragranced. Whoa, and it is really amazing. And that's the root there. I mean, literally, it looks like ginger.
Like a piece of ginger, doesn't it?
Because that's what it is. It's a member of the ginger family. So I think we had a conversation the other week about somebody said this is edible, but it's not kind of the ginger that you'd normally want to eat, because apparently it's not very tasty.
Not tasty.
It's not
don't
bred
eat
for
it, just plant it.
It's not bred for culinary purposes.
Does it smell actually?
But
yeah, it doesn't smell like ginger.
give it a scratch. Give it a little scratch. Does it smell gingery?
Oh, hang on, my nails are a bit rubbish at the minute.
You getting a little whiff of ginger?
Oh, you do?
Oh,
a little bit, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
And all you've got to do with this one is when you plant it, you'll kind of see it's got this like sort of dinosaur back kind of ridge to the top of it with little bobbly bits on. Plant those facing upwards. And two options of this: you can plant it straight into the ground if you want to. You know, once the mould or weather's here, put a cane in if you know where it is. Or as Beck said, start it off in a pot, get it established, and then plant it out later in the season.
660-003. You will actually get 2 of those tubers included. That's not the price for one. That is the price for 2 of them. So £12.74 if you're in the club, and of course free postage as long as you enter the code YGTV1125. Amanda, is that, or Mandy? Amanda, maybe you're a Mandy as well, who knows. She's got one started off, it's in her pot, in her porch at the moment. She started it off in a pot and it's in the porch. I'm assuming, Amanda, it's going to go outside very soon. Once all that frost has passed, entirely up to you, of course. Let's take you to the last item on this table, and this is a value collection for you. 300 summer flowering bulbs, 7 different varieties, and these are going to flower this year.
They will flower this year because, as I always say, when you plant a bulb, you plant a promise, because in the middle of each bulb, there's always already a little embryonic flower that's just waiting to develop. And this is a really, really great mix because it's going to give you that colour range. It's going to give you a different range of heights. It's going to give you bulbs that you can put in the garden. You can put in pots, beds and borders. And it's going to give you colour from sort of April, May, right the way through to sort of September, August, September time. So, you know, a really thought through mix of bulbs here. Some can go at the front of the border. Some can go towards the back a bit more. You know, your choice, but it's a really, really fantastic mix.
Totally, and works out just over 4p a bulb here as a club member. So £12.74, no postage to pay. Brody ear, Allia molly, freesias, gladioli included in there. You've got Axidanthera, you've got Liatris spicata, some absolutely fantastic varieties that are going to give you flowers for several months. 630-130 is the item number. I'd love you to get yours. We had to restock on those because they were selling so quickly. And we did get a big stock, but Stu was telling me the other day how many of those have gone. So it is going quite quickly. There's plenty for now, don't worry. We're not going to sell out today or anything. We've got a massive, honestly, 10,000 of them, and about 40% of that sold just last week. So, you know, that's how quick it is.
We don't surprise me because you've got some cut flower options in there, haven't you?
Yeah,
The gladiolis,
totally.
you've got the fragrant cut flowers and the freesias. Really brilliant mix.
Yeah, and be careful if you are using as cut flowers, because then you know you're not putting enough back in the bulb for them to always come back. But those varieties will come back for you year on year as well.
Get 2 packs.
Get 2, yeah.
One for cutting, one for growing.
Why not? What was that about Verna? She says she needs some more ginger lilies. Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Get yourself some ginger lilies. Do that. And if you want your bulbs, it's 630-130 as well. We need to review some items. We've only got about 25 minutes left for everybody who's watching on the Craft store. And we're going to start off with the Head Gardener's Red Collection. Somebody in the comments was asking earlier how big each of these is going to get, so I will go through those details with you. In here, you're getting your... oh, yeah, that's Peter. You might remember him. He used to do loads of shows when we were on Ideal World, didn't he? So we've got the Nandina Firepower. That gets to about 50 by 50 centimetres. You've got the Red Baron Bloodgrass. That's similar, actually. That'll get to about 50 centimetres high, and it will form clumps that you can divide as well. And we've also got the Little Red Robin Photinia in there. Now, that'll get to about 1.5 meters is its full height, which is really short for a Photinia. I've got one of the big varieties that's probably 3 meters in height now. So it's really nice and compact. It's 201-210, 2547. You will get all 3 of those amazing plants there. Now, if you do want the Nandina on its own, you can get that. It is available, still a great price, and you know, if you're not interested in the other 2, this one is great at $14.99 or $12.74 as a club member. An absolute workhorse, tough as old boots. Not deciduous, it is evergreen, it doesn't drop its leaves, and when it matures, you can get flowers and berries on there as well. Perfect for container gardening, but also great at filling in some gaps in borders as well. 510-823 if you just want the Nandina on its own. The Hellebore Double Ellen collection. This one's been quite popular today. I can see why. Hellebores are fantastic for early colour in your garden, but also just check out the saving that we've got on this, because it's £31.96 saving. It's £23.79 for the collection as a club member. Use the offer code and you will also be getting free postage postage on that as well. 561309 is the item number. The Marigold Mix 40 Pro plugs. You don't need to be a pro, but we have started them off. We've done this hard bit of the seed sowing and all the rest of it. These now just need potting on. Just grow them on a little bit, plant them out, and fill your pots and your borders with sunshine, bright, gorgeous, hot, fiery colours there. The Peony Girl Next Door, is it still the most popular, Stu? It is, of course it is. You're getting 4 bare roots here. It's in the spring sale. You're getting a £10 saving. You're going to have gorgeous flowers. Hopefully you'll get some in the first year, but yeah, from year 2, year 3, you'll have loads and loads of flowers on here. You know, 5, 6 stems, each with multiple flowers on, and the plants themselves can last for decades too. So 4 of those bare roots on 580077. Go to yougarden.com to place your order. Also, you can place your order on the phone lines. Please use our offer code to get the savings and the free postage. Next, we've got that Winter Clematis collection, 3 of them, Wisley Cream, Evergreen Freckles, and Early Sensation in there as well. These are winter flowering. I mean, one of them flowers for about 5 months. I think it's this one that's the longest flowering of the 3. But they are winter flowering, so we're talking, you know, cold, dark, miserable months, you can still have gorgeous clematis flowers. And you've got evergreen foliage here as well. Clematis normally summer flowering, and of course it loses its foliage in winter and looks rubbish. Not with these varieties. 550372 is the item number, £16.97 and free postage. Use the code, please. Strawberries, oh, Cambridge favourites. Now, these are, you know, an absolute favourite here in the UK. You're getting 10 runners here. Each one of these is going to produce so many fruits for you. You'll get fruits in the first year, which is really important, but they get better in years 2 and 3. And the flavour sensation from a Cambridge favourite, they are sweet, they are delicious. People tend to go for Cambridge favourite because of the sweet flavour you get from this particular strawberry. And the price, come on everybody, it's £8.49 for 10 runners as a club member. So 85p a runner if you're in the club, or £1 a runner if you're not in the club. 320024 is the item number. Next up we have Hardy Fuchsias. Yeah, we brought this back on Sunday now. We weren't supposed to, but it was so popular on Thursday that we have 12 plug plants, so six varieties, so you're going to get 2 of each of these. Really easy, these ones. Love a fuchsia, but these are the hardy varieties, so not your summer bedding. These will come back for you. Do grow them on a little bit before you plant them out, but then after that stage, you can then leave them outdoors because they are hardy. 400947 is the item number. We've got the daisies, the Cape daisies. They're actually osteospermums, brand new this season. Look at these. These are doubles, which is really interesting and really beautiful for osteospermums. The flowers are much bigger than daisies. They just have that daisy shape to them, but they're really interesting. I love that one in particular, but they all are really pretty. You're getting 6 varieties, and it's 6 plug plants, so you're getting 1 of each. 401573, just keep on top of your deadheading with your osteospermums to keep those coming all summer long. Thumbelina petunias, yes please. Yes, please. Love petunias in my summer displays, but these ones are the double ruffled. I mean, I know it's a petunia, but if you didn't know, you would ask, is that what is that? Because it's just a little bit unusual, a little bit different, and it's going to flower for you for a long time in summer, as all petunias do. Just keep on top of your feeding and your deadheading, because petunias do tend to be a little bit hungry. But if you look for some food, look for our Blooming Fast on the website. 400459, 12 plug plants, £5 saving, £12.74 as a club member. Apricot fiery shades, but these are the plug plants now. You're getting 12 plug plants included in here, and these have got those lovely apricot shades included. A customer favourite, always is, every single year, because they flower for ages, and they're really easy, and they don't mind sun and they don't mind shade. This is why begonias tend to be just an absolute favourite for summer flowering displays. 400104 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Club price is definitely the price you want, isn't it? Of course it is. It's the lower price, and if you'd like to join the club, it really couldn't be easier. You can start making savings on your first order. You just need to add it into your basket. We've got loads of club members that have joined today, so thank you so much. You won't regret it. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the club, then listen to this.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the U Garden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the U Garden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the U Garden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the U Garden Discount Club.
So there you go, all the reasons to join the club. I do hope you will. Actually, I've got a wonderful email here just to back this up. So, Luke, thank you so much for your email. He says, morning guys, just ordered the girl next door, joined the club last week, and with all my savings, I've spent the same amount as I do every year in a garden centre, and managed to buy over 450 plugs, plants, compost and feed and wall baskets. So my mum's going to be happy, as I can not only do my garden, I can do hers too. Thanks, guys. The club is well worth joining. So thanks for that, Luke. I'm so pleased that you're, well, experiencing the wonderful savings. Obviously, we talk about it so much, and it is because we want people to get all of those savings. So thanks for taking the time to write that email. It's lovely to get that kind of feedback. I love it. We have got lots of emails, so I'm going to try and run through these quickly because I do want to show your pictures. Dingo, morning, Bex and Adam. Latest picture. Oh, I'm not mirroring. Latest picture of my bog garden. Water irises, an assortment of hostas and water-loving shrubs. Muscari are showing in the pots. Cheers, says Dingo. I am loving this bog garden. I'm loving how it's coming along. Yeah, I can see the muscari poking up. Lovely Prisma pots in there. There's a heavy duty in there. Yeah, Hosta Fortunii I can see on the labels there. Hosta wide brim on that one. There's loads of Strolch in there too.
I love that little mossy thing. What's that little mossy thing he's got on the back? Like a little
that
moss, and that's sweet. I want that.
That's really cute, isn't it?
I want that. That's dead cute. I love it.
There you go. So his bog garden is coming along nicely. We love all the update videos and pictures that people send. Neil says here's a picture of one of my window boxes that's coming along nicely. And there is nothing more beautiful than that site, Neil. So thank you for sending us that.
Oh.
That looks gorgeous. That is reminiscent of a few of the pictures I took last year of my tulip varieties as well.
They're early as well, and they've shown a bit of colour already.
Out.
They're really coming on.
Love that. So that's looking really pretty. Thank you, Neil. Amanda, I can't believe I've got a tulip head growing already. Here's my crimson. Right, there's some gorgeous pictures in here. I've got here's my crimson peach tree from yourselves a few years ago, my cherry blossom tree, and one of my acers from you as well. Now that is the acer, isn't it? That's coming through. Love the foliage on there. Oh. That's a Caribbean lily.
It is, yes.
I got one looking a bit like that right now. So yes, very nice. Look at the blossom on this. Wait for the next picture. I think it's the next one. Oh, against that white wall as well. So how cool is that?
The peach, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be. And then there's the tulip there. That's that cherry blossom. Look at that, isn't it pretty?
Oh, it makes your heart feel so much lighter,
love
doesn't
it.
when
Thank
you start
you,
to see all
Amanda.
that. Oh, it's lovely.
Now Dave, this is the one. So Dave Harris, he sent 2 peach trees in blossom. I love these, and now I want them. Look at that. Oh my word! Look at that.
That is beautiful, isn't it?
Wait, Dave, which one is it? Because I need that. I want that in my life. It's the one. Is it the Peach Haven? Is it Red Haven?
What's the other one we did as well?
Crimson. I think this is the Red Haven. That is absolutely stunning. I love all the flowers on there. That's looking really gorgeous. Yeah, look at these.
Oh, look at that.
And he's got a copper shield fern at the base there as well.
That is such
Looking good,
beautiful
Dave.
blossom, isn't it, this summer? Yeah.
Really nice. I mean, I
Stunning.
love blossom. I think they're beautiful. Luke sent us that email. Then Anthony sent us one saying, "Hey, Bex and Adam, it's all happening," with an exclamation mark. I love it. Makes me want to click on the pictures.
Because for months we've been looking at sticks,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden those sticks have come to life.
They have.
Oh, what's in this one? We've got some little beauties in here.
There's some lovely
little tiny
things going on in
crocuses.
here.
Oh yeah, little tiny crocuses. They're beautiful. They look like almost like the Thomasinianus ones, but I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, they're beautiful.
That just looks gorgeous. A little bit of sunshine just peeking through there.
Little anemone decayon flowers coming through there as well. Wow.
Looks good, Anthony. He sent another picture as well, so let's have a quick look at that one. What else is he attached on here? Oh, are these hellebores?
Yeah, that's your Helleborus niger, the Christmas rose.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
the white Christmas rose.
Very beautiful. Love that. Thank you so much, Anthony. Penny. Oh, Penny. It was Penny doing the countdown. And that was when her rhododendrons and giant begonias arrived. And she's attached that picture. Thank you for reminding me, Penny. Yeah, they look amazing, don't they? We have got a rhododendron coming up. And I think it's that one as well. It's the lilac one. But she had all of those coming. Thank you, Penny. And, oh my word, she's attached another picture here. Penny is stocking up on her compost. So that's all her compost in the boxes. And then she's got all her bags of strolch over there. We are going to show you all the essentials. Anne just says, happy Sunday, good morning, Bex and Adam. Are you going to do a Rigoron and Geranium Rosanna in the potting shed anytime soon? Yes will be the answer. I don't know exactly when, but yes, for sure. Had a wander around this morning, noticed my Cogenomai coming into bloom. The photo doesn't look that great. It does, don't you worry. But it will soon be fabulous, so worth the wait. Cogenomai is absolutely worth the wait. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Blossoms starting to poke through. Love that. So thank you, everybody, for sending your pictures. We love seeing your gardens. We love seeing your updates. We love going on this journey with you. We're going to just give you a few essentials that you might need. And one of them is definitely the heavy-duty pots. I grow loads of things in heavy-duty pots. And I use them around my garden for loads of different things.
I'm trying to do a pecs workout on this one.
You can with that.
These are really
so strong.
white knuckles out. I'm really giving this some. These are super strong.
The handles are moulded on, so they don't rip or break
No,
off.
they're not like those awful trug things where the handles split.
Yeah.
And then you're just holding on to a wangy bit of handle, aren't you? That's not really fixed on. It's just sort of hanging off. But yeah, these are 30 litres. They're 40 centimetres across. And the good thing about these, first of all, drainage holes in the bottom that you notice as well. But say you've got apple trees or pear trees in this, they sit on the ground for a good 2 or 3 years. Sometimes the holes on the bottom can clog up, can't they, occasionally. But with these, it's not a problem. So we've got holes in the side as well.
Absolutely.
Little drainage holes in the side. So you've always got that drainage. In the wintertime, your fruit trees aren't going to die of waterlogging because you've got that going on in there. But I tell you what, we could have a competition for how many uses you can have find for these because it's insane. I mean, it really is.
So many. You can grow things in here. There's a couple of, Christmas trees there. Tomatoes. I grew my tomatoes in here. They look fantastic. I've got a rose growing in a heavy-duty pot. I've got the Prunus trilobic in cherry blossom tree. You can use it for storing stuff. I've got one in my shed where I go and I take all of my most used gardening items. Temporary storage for plants. Temporary home. That euonymus. He's got no idea what he's doing with that, but it's living in there quite happily for now. Decanting compost. It's just a bit easier to get it out of the pot than it is out of the bag. So it's very simple to do that. I've got another one growing. I've got loads of things growing in there. Potatoes. That's another good one to grow in there. I've got a cordyline growing in there as well. I've got a fatsia growing in another one. It's a really good one. When you go around the garden, you're deadheading. It's great to use as a garden trug. Put all your deadheads in there before you throw it onto the compost heap or into the big green bin, for the garden waste people to take it away.
I use mine
clearing ground.
Yeah, I use mine in my greenhouse, Becks, and every year I grow my Modus tomatoes,
Nice.
my Socrates cucumbers in these as well. We actually take these to work sometimes because when we've got a job that involves mulching, be it like bark mulch or gravel or something, we find it really easy to just fill up a bucket of one of these, and then it's really easy to just go round between the plants and just kind of, you know, sprinkle that between the plants. Because you try and do it with a spade or a shovel, it all falls off the side and it goes everywhere before you get there. This makes it easy.
It does indeed, and it's £16.99 for 4 of them. This is the only way of getting it with no shipping. So you can buy the heavy duty pots from Yew Garden in loads of different places. We sell in a lot of different outlets, but the only place that you can get it with the free shipping is here on YGTV. So this is the best value you're going to get for these. £16.99. You're getting 4 40-centimetre pots there. Brilliant. Now, we were talking about Strulch. If you've got no idea what Strulch is, there's a bag down there for you. I will show you what it looks like. And this is my go-to for a few different things, but right now the most important reason you're going to go for this is slug and snail deterrent.
Well, yeah, I had to kind of put somebody in their place a bit on TikTok Shop the other day in a kind sort of way.
In a nice way.
Because they put up £22.99 for a bag of straw. You must be kidding.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's not straw.
This is
I
not
mean,
just
it is
straw,
straw, but it's
this is
mineralised.
mineralised straw. This is a straw. This is a product made in the UK. This is a product that's organic. This is a mineralised straw that's been developed to keep those slugs and snails away from your plants, away from your fruit, away from your vegetables. But the good news is it doesn't kill them, because the thrushes, the blackbirds, the hedgehogs, they love all those slugs and snails as part of their diet.
Yep.
So it deters those slugs and snails, it keeps them away, but it does loads more things than that as well. In the winter time, it acts like a duvet. A nice thick layer of this stops the frost getting right down under the ground. So we were talking earlier on about the hedychium, the lily. Yeah, that is hardy, but it probably does appreciate a little bit of a duvet during the winter, stop the frost getting down to the roots below. Also, it stops the rain splashing the soil everywhere. It means you can walk between the plants during the winter time and you're not getting all muddy boots and muddy feet. And then flip forward 6 months to the summer. Great for keeping the weeds at bay. Stops all those weed seedlings germinating. Keeps the moisture in the ground as well, so you don't have to water so much. Looks nice, and also again, you can walk between those plants, you can deadhead, you can cut flowers, you can do whatever you want, and gradually it rots down and adds organic material to the soil. It's a multifaceted, multi-use product made in the UK.
Doesn't matter the season, there is a use for
There
this.
is, yeah.
And it lasts up to 2 years. I tend to do an annual top up just because I want to make sure nothing's eating my plants, but it's supposed to last for up to 2 years, and then you dig it through the soil, through the ground. 100086 is the item number. We have put a £6.99 saving on there for you, so £19.54 as a club member is a lovely price on that. It's a very popular one. Now, another one of those big heavy bagged products with no shipping on here for you is our bark mulch. That's what this is going to look like. Now, this is decorative and useful, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, I did a YouTube video just a few days ago, and we were talking about the benefits of mulching. And mulching is basically putting a layer of organic or inorganic material over the soil for lots of reasons, like Shaun's doing here. It's a lovely, nice finish. It highlights the plants, but also what that's going to do, Shaun's not going to need to water those plants so much because it's going to keep the moisture in those pots as well. It also means if any weed seeds or anything land on top of that bark mulch, they're not going to have a hope of germinating. They're not going to be able to grow.
Yeah.
So it stops the weeds developing as well. You might get one of those really, really heavy downpours. This is outside Shaun's pub. He doesn't want all the soil in that container all splashed down the side of the containers, all splashed over the car park, looking a mess. That bark will protect the soil from really, really heavy rainfall. It will stop it being splashed about all over the place. So yeah, lots and lots of reasons to use this. And it does similar things to Strulch as well, in one way, in the winter time a thick layer of this can stop the frost getting down to the roots of vulnerable plants. In the summertime it can keep moisture in as well, easy to walk on. It's one of those products you'll find lots of uses for. In fact, on this extra bit of garden that John and I have bought, we had a shed put up in one corner, but we've still not got a proper path to it yet, and the soil's really boggy and messy. So we got half a dozen bags of bark mulch and just poured them along. We've made a little bark mulch path.
A lovely little path.
Yeah, so we can walk up and down it, no muddy shoes.
Lovely.
Brilliant.
It's a brilliant one. I know Elaine, one of our regular viewers, stocked up on this. loads of bags, like 16 bags of them or something or other, but it is really, really handy, so I can totally see why she's done that. 100061 is the item number. You're going to get a 70-litre bag delivered direct to your door, and it's £19.54 a discount price. Let's take you over to some of the pots that we've got for you. Remember that everything that you're looking at, that you're purchasing from us here in the potting shed, comes to you with free postage, and that is accessed by entering the offer code when you place your order, okay? So the offer code is YGTV1124. If you put that in when you place your order, the postage will disappear, plus you'll get the discounts as well. We do a few different deals here, so you'll get a saving off an item, but we also do double up deals and we do triple deals as well, where you save more if you buy more. This one is a triple deal, so what you need to do is put 3 in your basket to get these kinds of prices. If you're on the phone, ask them for 3 of that item number that you can see up there. Tell them you've got the code and you will pay £12.99 for all 3. £8.99 for 1. £12.99 for 3, and of course you're going to get 15% discount off that £12.99 price as well if you are a club member. It's £4.33 a pot, basically. That's pretty good, isn't it? I quite like that. And what Adam's just done for you here is put 3 of the hellebores in. In the deal that we're bringing you today, you're going to get 6 of these, and these would live very nicely in here. In fact, somebody placed an order with this particular collection of pots and plants in their basket. I like it. I mean, it's a great idea, isn't it? And it's a really good value prospect here. I like the size of these pots as well.
I like the size of them. And again, you would not know if you were walking past these and saw them in somebody's front garden, you would not know these weren't real terracotta. They've even put, like, you know, I even like the little abrasive bits they've put on them as well, which you get with terracotta pots.
Indeed.
When you sort of move them against each other. So these look fantastic. They're UV stable, they're frost resistant, they're lightweight, and they're just that fantastic size. You can change them relatively inexpensively at the change of each season.
You really can, and this is why I'm going for these pots, you know, and also they're plastic, UV stabilised. I wouldn't do that with a terracotta pot and expect it to survive, but absolutely this is the reason to go for these rather than terracotta. A slightly different look, I've got them here, Adam. A slightly different look if you want to go for the Tuscans.
Going for some more,
slightly larger, these
more
ones, but still
here.
a really handy size. The hellebores would work nicely in those ones as well. You will get all 3 here for that one price that you're looking at, so £16.12 if you are a club member. I love that. You could put the entire Head Gardener's Red selection in here.
Well, let's go for it then.
I mean, the Futinia and the red will eventually outgrow it, but it could certainly start in there very, very happily. 201210 if you want to go for the Head Gardener's Red collection, by the way. But the Tuscanies are really beautiful. I love the swags and tails. I like the kind of angular pattern down here as well. They're beautiful, aren't they?
They're stunning, Becks. Really, really well thought through. That's what I like about all our pots, and high quality as well.
Indeed. Now, just a quick one on the compost. Craft store people, you're going to have to go, unfortunately. In a minute, we're here till 12 o'clock with you. If you want to carry on watching, come and find us. We're on New Garden, so you'll be able to find us. We're here for another half an hour afterwards, but we'll just say a quick goodbye to them in a second. But if you are looking to get hold of the compost, 100125 is the item number. Go and check the reviews. If you're wondering what on earth are these two talking about with this compost, it can't be that good. I promise you it is. Go and have a little look on the yougarden.com website and read the reviews of real people, real customers. I mean, you and I are real people. We're also real customers.
And we're real gardeners.
And real gardeners.
Real gardeners.
But I understand if you want to go and read those reviews. They are absolutely amazing. 100125 is the item number. Here we go. Look, best compost ever. Always arrives fresh and healthy. Delivered in an outer cardboard box, well worth buying. That was 2 days ago that was posted. So lots and lots of really amazing comments on the compost because it works. It's really, really, it'll change your abilities as a gardener. Honestly, it really, really does. And of course, it's delivered to you free postage as well. Just make sure you use that code for everything that we bring you in the potting shed. Craft store viewers, stick around. Craft store viewers, we're back on Thursday from 10 till 12. Regular stick around, we're here for another half an hour. Craft store, if you want to come and watch us for the next half an hour, just find us on any of the Yew Garden outlets. Thanks for your company. Hopefully come back on Thursday. See you soon. Bye-bye.